to do like a question and answer about being married, since we have been married for 10 years in December.
See, as in sexual, spicy, keeping the relationship just not like boring in general. But for us, in a sense, I like to find new shit.
All the time. Like,
just new.
Every day. Big ups to couples who do that though, because they really be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Like, how do you not watch something all day or for 2 days sometimes? Because some people are different and he might not want to sit down and watch the movie. He might be like, tomorrow. And then you gotta sit like, and you want to watch the movie. The direction of like my vlogs and my channel is to show, because we've been married so long and been together so long, like I want to show people like what it is to be married and being together for a long time. I enjoy that Uriah is like, he's really driven and straightforward. Like when he says something, he be serious, like he's just straightforward.
But she been a hustler, man. Straightforward when it come to, like, even when I was active duty in the Army, she was trying to find something to make some type of dollar. I'm in Afghanistan, literally at the place where you can die in a second, and she on the phone like, I hope he die.
She's so lovely. She's so lovely. Yeah, yeah. She got me singing. She's so lovely.
Living my blessed life. So many people come at couples in a negative way. What is the glue that keeps you both solid? Love your family. Solid since way back. You want to answer?
I mean, I don't think that. Don't get me wrong. We're not perfect by any means, and so there's times when our foundation is not solid.
I think it's just loyalty. Like we've just been together for a long time.
I think that is being, yeah. I and then also I feel like, to be honest, you know, which is crazy, because it's so surprising that certain things happen with so many other YouTubers or other celebrities or any of that thing. But not saying that it would be any different, but I do think that it does play, like, even though some people won't tell you the truth, I do believe that being in the limelight or being somebody that somebody can recognize and say, hey, I did this with this person, I think that changes the game too. I think that should make a person decide not to step out, make poor choices when it comes. Like, it's just, I mean, you should know better.
When you're in the limelight, you're on a bigger, like you're under a microscope already, right? So then if you're gonna go out and cheat and do all that, it's obviously gonna come back to me. Like, it's very obvious. I feel like you said, like being on,
or that person
YouTube
already know who it is, so in that case they just doing it because of that. Like, you should know better. You should know being in that place. But then once they get, okay, say you make that decision the first time because you just you don't get it, and then something happened. At that point, if you didn't learn your lesson right then, you just don't care about the person that they with. And I think that we have more of a not just pure respect, but just a true care for us both. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never want to put her in that position. I would hope that she would never want to put me in that position where I'm publicly embarrassed by her stepping out or something like that. And just so but don't get me wrong, like I said, we're not perfect by any means, but as far as like being solid,
keeps him in check. I feel like as a man, honestly, because he gets a lot of women thrown at him and stuff like that, and I feel like that's one thing that really keeps him in check too, because it's like, would you cheat if you know that your spouse is going to find out? Like,
but not even that though, because it's a possibility. So it's a possibility that they may not find out. There's women out there that would be willing to just do it and not care, and in their mind they feel like they winning because they decide chick something.
Best believe that.
I was just focused on cheating in general, but I mean, I guess in general I think that's asking on a bigger scale of like what keeps us solid, what makes us.
But also I don't want to do that. Like, I don't know. Like, for me personally, I just don't be, like, even if I wasn't in spotlight, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I don't see, if I'm going to be with somebody, I'm going to be with them.
But not even that, though. My kids, too.
What?
My kids, like, obviously, they keep me on a straight and narrow, too, because think about it in the aspect of them not having their father in their life 24/7.
But when they weren't there,
that's a potential that could potentially happen, and
I
wouldn't want that.
Because we were together for like 5 years before we had, or 6 years or something like that. We was together for a while before we had kids, and then married 3. So before kids,
that was just an added. That's what I'm saying. Like that's just like the added cherry on top. Like wanting them to always have both parents because I didn't. And so in that case, willing to fight down to the smallest thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that it's so much more to it on my end.
Yeah, but
not saying that I'm just willing to just take anything. Nah, it's not that. It's just that I think it's just so much more on my end for me to make this work that, you know what I'm saying?
He values having a father in their lives.
I would have to fight.
A lot of black men don't.
I would fight, but it's because of my own background.
Reese Jones said, during the good times and bad times, what would you say keeps you guys grounded? Faith, prayer, family, etc.
Same thing. I think it kind of ties into like our kids, keep us grounded, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. But they could be saying that could be so many things, like keeping you grounded financially, keeping you grounded, like when things get tough as far as like our relationship. It could be when things get tough, when, you know, the kids start acting up, whatever.
So Truth Hurts says, why do y'all fake a happy marriage for views, and how come you bought a new body before you fixed your face?
What? I guess that's a question for you, so.
Why do we fake a happy marriage? Did you not see all the bullshit that just transpired some months before? Like, what are you talking about? That don't even make sense. And when we happy, we happy. We show y'all what's going on, what's happening.
Bro, why
also,
did you even read that question,
it's not even because it's just like, it's not even simply just happy neither, because y'all see we'll argue on, like, it's real life. Like, y'all just gonna see real life. You're mad when we're together, you're mad when we're not. Like, what? And then the body thing, I'm not even gonna address, because they swear like my face is ugly or something. Like,
not even that though. Hold on, let me just say one thing. This is something I always been wanting to say, bro. Who swore up and down that I was the catch, bro?
Cause you're light skinned.
Who? Why am I the catch, bro? I'm chasing her. I swear she the catch. What? I'm confused. One thing about it is though, is like even back from the early days, like with Marseille, like even when she wasn't thick. But to me, she was thick.
I was gonna say, because I was.
She was thick. You could have told me shit. She was thick out here. What you mean? Fatty out here.
I've only been thick for the past 2 years. I started my surgery journey September 2018. I've only been thick like that for 2 years, and he's been here ever since. It's been like 15
right,
years.
Like
so
before makeup, before
I had a Judy, okay. Let's not
I don't get it,
go
bro.
ahead.
Like,
y'all seen it. We used to kid about. We still play, and I try to slide away from saying Judy all the time, because now that I have surgery, they're just gonna say, "Oh, her head's all big because she got surgery." Before I had surgery, I would be like, "You see this Judy with a big stomach and all." Like, I was always confident in myself. I ain't got like what.
She
girl?
Definitely not ugly. So I don't
know why they keep trying to. They should be so mad.
I wish I could put you, like, show who you are and what you look like, because I can only imagine.
So Angel said, what is the one thing you wish you could change about the other? Oh, I wish that he was more affectionate. Why are you looking at me like he asked a question? I'm just answering what Angel said.
You know, the crazy thing is the same thing that I appreciate about her, I wish I can change sometimes. And the crazy thing is because even though she a hustler, sometimes she can go too far. It's just that simple, and I just be like, no.
He thinks that I don't need to chase money all the time.
Like sometimes money can be the root of all evil.
Leah Washington said, what's one thing y'all enjoy doing together? I think I enjoy like family time. like eating and stuff like that. Like I like to do that. Like before Corona and stuff, like I like to sit down at a restaurant, family time, and like, you know, like enjoy meals and stuff. I like to eat, so.
Eat.
What did you? Oh God.
Anyways,
what else besides that, sir?
They ain't asked for that.
What else?
They said one.
I need something that's not physical.
That ain't gotta be it. That's what I enjoy.
Okay. Anyway.
Making kids, let's just say it like that.
Let's see. Should date nights be routine? Clap God. God said. I think that dating should be a routine, because we don't have a routine in dating, and I feel like we should, because then it spices up relationship, and also it grounds you back to like you two and not about the kids all the time. So when it's just y'all, I feel like you should have date stuff, or just do stuff when the kids go to sleep, like movie night and like stuff like that, probably, because I feel like it definitely is like, you need that in a marriage. You need to be able to have just you and your husband go out. Like, that's when we go out and stuff like that, but we don't really have like set days, and that's when I feel like we need to do that like twice a month or something.
That's it. We do that enough. It might not be
we
just
probably do it twice a month, but I feel like we need more than what we do. Raina Riley said, are you gonna try for a boy?
It's a no-brainer.
Oh. Okay.
Trying every other day.
You might get on my nerves, y'all.
With a new toy added.
Angel Smith said, how does a married couple heal from betrayal, infidelity, etc.? How long would you all say it takes? I feel like
I was about to say it just takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. It's not like a set like thing you can be like, oh, it's gonna take a year, or it's gonna take this and that. It depends on the person, the people. Me personally, I'm not going to like bring it up and like I don't nag him and stuff about stuff that so if he did something to me and then I'm like, we're moving past that, or if I'm like, you know, we're back together, we're good, whatever, that means that whatever it was, it's not going to be like brought up every 5 seconds, because then it's not going to be, I don't do that. So then it's not going to be like, it's never going to go away. If you don't, like, you said that you was going to be back with him, so why are you bringing up
why is he
this, because it's always him.
It could be you.
Why are you bringing up this and that when you said you was done? You said it was cool, you said that was good, you said you fine with it. You got to move forward. You either have to go to therapy, counseling, something, but you got to move forward and not bring it back up, because that hurt and pain will never go away if you don't just act like it just never happened. Start over fresh. That's what, you know, starting a new leaf is. You got to start over fresh, and that's how I deal with like betrayal or anything that I feel like is like too much, or if you seen us break up or whatever happened, if we ended up coming back together, which we have. Anyways, if we ended up coming back together, like, which we have, that means that I don't bring up whatever it is that happened that pissed me off, if that makes sense. And that's the way that I deal with it. For me, it wouldn't be like a right away, like, oh, I feel better, but I know that in the back of my head, if I said everything's cool, then I would look crazy to be like, so what about like when you already said everything was cool?
Ain't no such thing.
As what?
Ain't no such thing. If you betray me, you betray me. It'll always be there.
I don't know. Okay, but you don't bring nothing up or say anything that makes you feel like angry. Actually, you do be bringing up stuff.
What you talking about?
I was about to say, he does what I should be doing, because that's what girls do. They be bringing up stuff. He be bringing up stuff, and I'm like,
it's not just a girl thing.
That is. Girls like to bring up stuff and nag.
So you betrayed me?
No, but I'm saying if you got mad about something, we're just talking about mad in general, or to the point where we feel like, oh, I'm done, or oh, whatever, but we're really not. When you come back to the relationship, how do you deal with that?
I don't know.
What? You have to deal with it. How are you dealing with it? You happy now? Like, how are you dealing with it? That don't make sense.
It may be sitting in there right now, just going.
It's in the vault, apparently. It's in the back of his head. So, long story short, you may never get over it, but you gotta get through it. Like, you have to move forward, and if you're not moving forward, if y'all stagnate, if y'all stuck on that one thing, whatever couple things that it is, then you just can't be with that person. If you cannot get past whatever they did to you, that means that it's not meant for you to get past it, and you need to just go. So yeah, I would say that it will take some time, but you have to be willing to work it out. And both sides, if both sides aren't willing to work it out, then it's just dead all the way. Done. Okay, so that was the end. That was the last question. Thank you guys for asking your questions. Again, if you guys want more of these videos, ask more questions below and we'll do more videos. Thumb this video up, subscribe, and we love y'all.